Hello boys and girls. Today we have video lesson about jobs. And first of all, let's check your homework. Prepare it, please. Prepare your homework. We will check it. Number 1. A chef, a singer, firefighter, a scientist, a nurse, a dentist, a doctor, a farmer, an office worker, a police officer, and a vet. One more time, let's look. Chef, singer, firefighter, a scientist, a nurse, a dentist, a doctor, a farmer, an office worker, a police officer, a vet. Number 2, you wrote your song. I wrote mine. For example, what does your brother do? He is a vet, he is a vet, he is a vet. Yes, he is. And I choose sister. What does your sister do? She is a nurse, she is a nurse, she is a nurse. Yes, she is. It can be uncle here, or grandfather here, or cousin. It is also true. Okay, finished with homework. Let's see one more time. Check one more time. Okay, this is my variant, brother and sister, and I choose jobs, vet and nurse. Okay, let's finish with homework. Let's come back. And as usual, and every video lesson, I will ask you what's the date today, and you write the date in your notebook. Every hour video lesson. So, what's the month? You tell me, what's the month? It's May, yes. And what day is it today? Not date, but day of the week. What day of the week today? Is it Monday? Is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? What day? Today is Tuesday. And what's the date? It's the number 5, but date the 5th of May. Open your notebooks and write the 5th of May. The 5th of May. Write in your notebooks. What's the date today? 5th of May. Okay, we check homework. Now, answer the question. What do you like? And what do you do? What do you like? For example, I like football. What do you do? I am a football player. For example, what do you like? I like animals. What do you do? I am a vet. Let's see here. What do you like? I like animals. What do you like? I like singing. And what do you do? I am a vet. I am a singer. I like animals. I am a vet. I like singing. I am a singer. What do you do? We ask this question when we want to know about someone's job. What do you do? It means what job do you do? What work do you do? What's your job? What work do you do? What do you do? I am a teacher. What do you do? I am a vet. What do you do? I am a dentist. So, this question we ask about your job. Now open your books at page 130. Listen and repeat. 130. Here we have grammar. Now let's listen and repeat.
Track B31. Grammar.
What does your father do?
What does your father do? Repeat. What does your father do?
He's a chef.
He's a chef. Repeat. He's a chef.
What does your mother do?
What does your mother do? Repeating. What does your mother do?
She's a dentist.
She's a dentist. Well done. Now, open your notebooks. And write. What does your father do? What does your father do? He is a... And write about your father. What does your mother do? She is a... Or you can choose jobs. You can choose any job. You can choose any. You can write, for example, what does your father do? What does your father do? He is a firefighter. What does your mother do? She is a teacher. She is a nurse. She is a doctor. She is a dentist. What does your father do? He is a... Write in your notebook and choose a job. Choose a job. What does your mother do? She is a singer. What does your mother do? She is a police officer. Write in your notebooks 1 and 2 about your father's job and about your mother's job. When we ask for he or she, father, he, mother, she, or brother, for example, brother, he, sister, she, we write here does. If we ask you, we write here do. What do you do? But what does he do? What does your father do? Your father means he. Your mother, she. Writing in your notebooks. What does your father do? He is a police officer. He is a teacher. He is an office worker. Okay. Finishing this. Now, page 130, activity 6 and 7. Activity 6 and 7. Now 6. Listen, read and match. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions and A, B, C, D, E answers. You should match numbers to letters. Okay. What does your mother do? Yansu. She is a scientist. Okay, let's listen. Take a pen or pencil.
Track B32. Activity 6. Listen. Read and match. 1. What does your mother do, Yongsu?
She's a scientist.
2. What does your aunt do, Lisa?
She's a nurse.
What does your aunt do, Lisa? She's a nurse. She's a nurse. So 2. What does your aunt do, Lisa? She's a nurse. What letter will be? E. She's a nurse. What does your aunt do, Lisa? She's a nurse. Next, now match. Now match. 2 to E. Next.
3. What does your father do, Sophia?
He's a firefighter.
What does your father do, Sophia? He is a firefighter. So what letter? A. 3. A. He is a firefighter. Next, 4.
4. What does your sister do, Ricardo?
She's a singer.
What does your sister do? She is a singer. What letter? Number 4. What letter? B. Now match 4 to B. Next.
5. What does your uncle do, Ruby?
He's a bus driver.
He's a bus driver. So 5 will be what letter? D. What does your uncle do? He's a bus driver. Okay, finish this activity. Next, work with a friend. Talk about what these people do. What these people do. Now look, number 1 picture. Number 1 picture. Let's ask, what does he do? What does he do? He is a dentist. What does he do? He is a dentist. Now here, she. You ask, what does she do? What does she do? She is, you answer, she is a chef. She is a chef. Now here let's ask, what does he do? What does he do? You answer, he is a vet. He is a vet. Next, here we have a woman. So what does he or she do? What does she do? She is a bus driver. She's a bus driver. Next, what does he do? What does he do? He is a singer. He is a singer. And what you say? What does she do? Answer, she is a police officer. She is a police officer. Okay, well done. Well done. Now we have questions and answers. In your notebooks, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Write what your father, he is a, here question, and here he is a, and write a job. He is a firefighter, or he is a police officer, or he is a doctor. You choose. He is a, next to what your aunt and uncle. Aunt and uncle means they, not he, not she, but she and he. It means they. So what your aunt and uncle, they are, for example, they are teachers. They are teachers. 3. What his sister, she is a, you choose. What job? What job? What does she do? She is a singer, for example. So, one more time. One, for example. What, in your books, check please. What does your father do? What does her father? And here, what they do. What do they do? They are teachers, for example. What does his sister do? She is a scientist. Write in your notebooks. What does her father do? What do her aunt and uncle do? What does his sister do? And write answers with jobs. Okay, for now that's all. For your homework will be to finish writing this activity. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.